and the members in the Islamic Development Bank, this is very, very useful for all of us, for the members, for all members. And I'm sure that when we work together, I'm sure that we can pass these challenges, strongly together. Yes. So I feel, satisfied about this cooperation. And next year, the meeting will be in Cairo. This is a very important sign. And I hope that we can arrange together all the countries, the members in the Development Islamic Bank, to work together for facing these challenges.
Yes, Dr. Helmy, how can the bank support Egypt? In other words, the bank offers a number of investments in the Islamic countries. So how is the bank helping or supporting Egypt?
The bank could play a very important role in this area, the investment, because as you see, we are very stable here in Egypt, politically and economically. Yes. So the bank can invest in Egypt and could be, it's win-win situation for the bank and for Egypt. The bank will have, a good area for investment, and Egypt also will have a good support from this bank. We are a member in this bank. So I think it's very important to have support from the bank and to receive investments from the bank here, especially in Egypt. We are very stable since Mr. President Sisi came and has a vision, a positive vision, and it's not only a vision, but it's a step also in the ground.
Yes. Concerning the establishing investments in Egypt, so how would the bank choose the area to implement a project or invest in Egypt?
The Islamic Bank, as all the banks, around the world, they think twice and three times sometimes when they go for a country to give investment. They are for sure very careful when they go to any country, but I'm sure that in Egypt, especially all the international societies and organizations see and say that Egypt in the right way. Yes. And this will encourage the bank to go here, and he feels very safe with our plans here, and he very safe for his money also, because the bank, when he put investment in a country, he look for some points should be covered, and I'm sure it's easy to cover it in Egypt, as we are working very well, and yes, even the development rate in Egypt is doing very well, especially last year with the challenge of COVID-19, but Egypt faced that successfully.
Yes. Dr. Helmy, could you give us or tell us the difference between the Islamic Development Bank and other banks?
For sure. Each bank, there is, some differences. Each yes, bank has, some rules and process for investment. Each bank. So I'm sure that the Islamic Bank has some points in his, in his law, how he works with countries. I'm sure not only the stable countries, but also he is looking for countries can give him yes, all what he needs, because he has also a need, and he's looking for that with the countries. I'm sure that he has a difference. There is a big difference between banks and the Islamic, even from the name. It gave me myself impression that these for the Islamic countries, these against terrorism, the countries stable, the stable countries could be members and could, use the bank investment.
Yes. Dr. Helmy, you were just saying that the Islamic Development Bank could play a good role in the investment in Egypt. So what is the role that the bank have already played in other countries? If you would like to give us examples from other countries.
Yes, for sure.
Yes, please.
We have here in Egypt big projects, mega projects, especially in the new capital.
Yes.
He could invest in this area, and he is for sure, he guarantees that his money is very safe. And for Egypt, it's very important to have investment from the Islamic Bank, for sure. And we have energy projects. We have, a lot of big projects, real estate projects, oil and gas projects, electric cars. All of these mega projects, the bank could share with investment, direct investment in these mega projects in Egypt. And I'm sure that this, as we said, win-win situation for both of us, Egypt and the Islamic Bank.
Yes, Dr. Helmy, what is the criteria by which the Islamic Development Bank choose a country to support or to invest in, like for example in Egypt? Does the bank choose Egypt, for example, because it's years ago it started, for example, good economic and successful economic reforms, for example? Could you give us or elaborate on this point, please?
I can tell you that this bank, not exception from all banks working in countries with investment. I'm sure that the criteria will be the economic, the rate of economic, the successful economic, the stable of the country, even politically, and this very clear.
Applies on Egypt, of course. All these.
Thanks God, we are very stable.
Yes.
As I told you, with Mr. President Sisi, and everybody knows that we are stable, and at the same time we are working very hard for the Egyptian economic, and we are doing very well in this area.
So give us
his criteria will be if you are working good and you have a good rate for the performance, the development rate.
Yes.
For sure, the bank, could share in your project.
Yes. Of course, Egypt is a good example of stability, of course. Dr. Diaa, could you give us, how do you evaluate the economic performance in Egypt in the last years?
Last year, it was a very good rate. The statistics say that our development rate for last year is 3.3, and this during the COVID-19 crisis. I think this very good rate, especially some of the Europe countries couldn't do that. 3.3 is a good rate, and these numbers are very clear, could give you the impression about what happened and how we face the problem. At the same time, we go successfully forward.
Yes.
So 3.3 is, can give you all the answer about what happened last year.
Yes. So finally, Dr. Helmy, what are your expectations?
For this year or for the coming year?
Yes, for this year.
My expectation this year and for the coming 5 years, we are developing very clear, and even the people here inside and the organizations, the international organizations outside will trust Egypt more, and I'm sure that the results will be very positive because we are doing very fine. I'm sure that gradually everybody will feel what we did last 5 years.
Yes, I thank you very much for your valuable information and for your time, Dr. Diaa Helmy, the economic expert. Thank you very much for joining us over the phone. Well, with this, my dear viewers, we come to the end of this episode of our program, Cairo Local Time. I'm Amal Mukhtar. Thank you for watching.